Yo, let me put this motherfucking shit in. I was going to actually kick a freestyle, but I ain't too worried about that. But anyway, yo, this is LT the Don himself. You motherfuckers, the Taro Badiba right here. It is a or can I say cold? It is a very cold Wednesday here in Nicodem. It was raining like fucking shitholes, in the at like about 12:30. It was just showering the hell off. Like God was like fucking pissing in a shredder or something like that. And it was just sprinkling down. It was like hell, but it stopped and it was sunny after that. So it was, weather can be actually fine. When I was walking down the street, you know, I thought it was snowing. I thought it was, oh shit, it's about to snow, but it wasn't the case in this time. But anyway, the reason why I said it's a very cold Wednesday is because it is a very special day. It is of course January 28th, 2015. And it's a special guy's birthday. One of my favorite hip hop artists and possibly the best rapper right now, Mr. J.Cole. Cole World. Hollywood Cole. January 28th, his birthday. He's 30 years old. He is an old man. But I ain't worried about that because the guy puts out good ass music and you should listen to his album. I stated that. I said that shit last the last few episodes. Check that out. That was the album of the year. And it's funny because he actually released that shit, in at the end of 2014. But still, it was a good year and an album to just end the year nicely. And his birthday is actually on January 28th. He has a song called January 28th. You just hear the beginning of the song in the intro. It's just, oh, all I can say is happy birthday to J. Cole. Thank you for all the good music you put out from your mixtapes to your albums. And hope you keep hip hop alive because you sure are. You sure are. You're just sharing that torch of hip hop with the likes of Jake and Kendrick Lamar right now. Shine on through from a fan, shine on through. But it's gonna be a nice show. It's gonna be a good show. All sporty shit. Now I'm gonna put my review on a trailer of a movie that is coming out later this year. And it's a superhero movie, and I think you guys possibly have seen it. I'll put a link down in the description if you haven't seen it. You can possibly put your own opinions, your own shit, your own comments there on their page and shit, and put out your shit there. The movie is Fantastic Four, the reboot version of Fantastic Four, where Human Torch is a black guy. Be happy. Barack Obama, first black president, and now Human Torch is a black guy. It gives me hope that I can also handle fire as a black person. And I will die in the motherfucking fire. Fuck y'all. I'm so black that I actually went inside flames, stood there for 5 minutes, and I came out black as hell, ashy as shit. I'm dissing myself here. I'm dissing myself here. But I'm gonna give a review on the Fantastic Four. I of course didn't want to do a video of that, but I just might as well use 10 minutes of the time here in this motherfucking podcast. But I will do that. And it's just deep. It's deep timing that movie is actually coming out in August instead of in the summer and like June, July. But I think real summer ending movie. Fucking Fantastic Four. But I'll watch that. I will definitely go watch that and shit. So let us go on to the world news. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think something like that. There was actually news of the Daily Star and the Sun in it. Yeah, the Sun. It was reported that page 3 was actually going to be dropped, and it caused an outrage. It caused a happy a happy feeling across the nation of the UK, and an outrage, of course. For me, the thing is, I don't actually buy daily stuff. I used to buy daily stuff because of page three, but I've stated this it's one of my secrets. I do not like ranking with with the newspaper or magazine, big ass tits inside. I just use my phone here. I use my phone because it's much more easier. It's small and shit. So I'm apps. But I still remember I used to cut out the page three models, big ass tits. I don't know why most of them is big ass tits, but I think some of them are small tits. They still make the fucking cut. I used to cut them out and I used to paste them in my book. Sometimes I used to scan it and print it out. Oh, it was fucked up. Anyway, of course I don't actually buy daily store anymore. It's just a waste of 60p. And currently I was buying the Sunday Sports, which is of course a newspaper porno, man. Porno newspaper, not a magazine. But it's the cheapest porno newspaper you can actually get. £1. I know the most cheap, even though you can say the internet is cheap. It's not fucking cheap. You have to pay for the internet, so of course it's not cheap. Okay, it's still fucking expensive. Plus, if you want to go to the edge, you can buy fucking premium on branches or whatever the fuck. But for cheap, you can always pay £1 just to see a whole fucking column of tits and sex and anything naughty and raunchy articles if you want. If you want that, go ahead and buy the Sunday Sports. I put the motherfuckers over. But anyway, the Daily Star and the Sun, rumors are circulating the page three was going to be cancelled. You know, of course there's a group called the No Page Three Ban, or the Page Three Ban. I think that's what the group is called. And this is a message to you. I'm putting this motherfucking microphone close to my mouth, but I hope you can hear me. Okay, you motherfuckers. All I can say is I'm ashamed. I'm disgraceful because all of you, and most of these are women. I ain't being sexist. The only thing is, why the fuck are you targeting page three? These people are saying is like, I understand the reasons. I understand the reasons why page three is bad. Cause you don't want to see your 3-year-old or 4-year-old or 5-year-old children staring at big ass tits in the wee hours of the morning. You don't want to see that shit. You know, they'll be laughing at it at school. There's look at the titties, look at the titties. Well, shit. There's the internet. Of course, 5-year-old children ain't gonna be using the internet until where if they are smart enough to fucking hack into someone else's phone at the age of 6. I'll be fucking impressed. I hope my child does that. I'll be like, here's your next Bill Gates. Here's the next Bill Steve Jobs. He's gonna make the iPhone 72. Fucking up. But of course, in the internet, if when your children understand the internet and everything, of course you can restrict it. You can block a lot of websites and shit, and just make it children safety and shit. So that's about it. But especially with this group, they call page three outdated. How the fuck is it outdated? How many years is it that tits were out there, from porn to glamour shoots to nude photos. Look at Playboy. Did anyone try to? I think people try to ban Playboy, but Hugh Hefner is still getting his dick sucked off by 24-year-old blonde chicks who are posing naked for his fucking magazine. Playboy is still going strong online and in the magazine. Page three, I understand. As one guy states it on Twitter, it's a tradition that page three is there. It's a tradition because that's what it does. And a lot of European countries that actually have, I think there's even one in Germany that actually has, some kind of page three kind of thing. But outdated like my ass. If they're going to fight just for page three to ban, and they say the fight still goes on because like a week later, the Sun put a big-breasted titty woman in page three. I don't know her name. They even say that she winked in the photo. She actually winked like it was just a jab to all of the motherfucking haters, especially the no page three group, bad group, whatever the fuck they call. I'm just gonna call them the no pastry pussies because all of them are women anyway. So I think that was a jab, and the son was like, we still here, we still gonna post big ass titties every day. We still, well, these rumors of it being cancelled are some bullshit. So I'm happy. Page three and Daily Star are still there rocking out. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a copy just to see if there's any big tits. Just to yeah, just to know that it's still there, breathing fresh air. Of course, the Daily Star and the Sun actually have a page three website, so you can actually go there and view all the archives and shit like that. And especially there's another newspaper called the Sun Sports. Page three want to ban that as well, but that's gonna be a harder challenge. So if they actually want to ban page three, why the fuck don't they actually go and ban FHM? Why the fuck don't they actually go, fucking um why don't they go and ban fucking Zoo? Why don't they go and ban all of these cosmopolitan? Why don't they actually go and try and ban fucking Playboy and all these other ones? Outdated. Page three is outdated. Shut the fuck up. Sue your pussies up and just live on. I know you're lesbians. All of you lesbians. Page three models, they get money and they're fine with that shit. At least they don't actually have Kevin Lee's dick in the mouth. You know, they respect that shit. That's all I can say. It's just deep what the world has come into. I'm not sure how a world without page three is gonna live like. I'm gonna fucking die here. And when I die, I actually want to see one last page three model on on the motherfucker bar. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if in 20 years' time, page three is gonna be cancelled because then people is like, oh, it's boring, it's boring. Online is much more better. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if the Daily Star actually says, we didn't take our page three because of rants and all and complaints and shit. We just took it because it was boring. Possibly the complaints and rants and shit is it's gonna be part of the reasoning, but behind the scenes, like secretive reasons. But we won't see that shit. Well, anyway, here's my message to these no page three group. Fuck you, and just let the big titties roll. Just let it roll. Let it jiggle around your motherfucking face and shit. Your people also got tits as well. So go fucking milk babies. That's all I can say. Fucking milk babies. Yeah. Fuck the no page three group. And fuck all that are supporting them as well. Shit. Shit.
Water, air, fire, earth.
Oh Lord! We are back. At the moment, there is a match playing in the African Cup of Nations, but I'm doing this for you guys. For you guys. So, hey. So, of course, this is now the sports section, and I'm just going to be talking about some sports. Yesterday was a good day to be a sportsman. Of course, yesterday was all about football action. That's why I came back home early. Well, because I finished at 4, so I walked my ass home, burned out my legs. The house was empty, so I was like, hell yeah. But, I had to wait, like, I had to wait an hour for the kickoff between South Africa and Ghana. I slept at like the last 10 minutes of the match. The heat was on, it was blazing on my foreskin, and I just had to sleep, man. And I think I got like a 5-minute headache, but it was because I just was squeezing my head between the fucking floor, so just the pressure and everything. But it's a sad day to be a Bafana fan. South Africa be knocked out. Ghana, of course. I think Ghana also knocked it as well. Ghana won the match 2-1. Man, South Africa were worse than African Cup of Nations, man, and I think a lot of South African Bafana fans out there will say the same thing. Leading to the tournament, I was like, I was big, I was supporting, I was like, man, our run that we had last time, the last 2 years was epic until we got eliminated by Mali. Yeah, I think it was a penalty, so it was just unfortunate, but Man, this run now is just total bullshit. We could have won against Algeria nicely, but niggas didn't take the chances seriously. They beat us 3-1. First match that had 3 goals, while the rest had like draws or 2-1, nil, shit like that. And then and we had a draw against Senegal 1-1. It still was a fucking draw, so this was a win all against Ghana. We had our chances against Ghana. There was a nice goal scored there. I forgot the guy. I think his name, as far as Nana. I forgot the guy, but he scored a nice goal, really nice goal. And of course, but man, these motherfuckers were just waiting for Ghana to equalize, and Ghana equalized later. And then, of course, RJU passed the ball to someone there in the last minute, and he smashed it in. I think it was Kuzwao, is it Kuzwao or something? I don't know the goalkeeper's name, but I think he should have saved it. But it's football. Mistakes happen, and Ghana dethroned South Africa. Man, it's worse. I hope in the next 2 years we find a new set of players. I hope I'm there as well, but I ain't there because I'm a fat piece of shit. But I hope I was there because I would have bagged 3 goals in the motherfucker. Okay, I would have been a hat trick here in the motherfucker. But the African Cup of Nations this year is gonna be very unpredictable. I don't know who's gonna win. I think if Ivory Coast and Cameroon are playing at the moment, and Ivory Coast has been shit in this tournament so far. Really have been shit. I thought they could have qualified in the second match by now, but man, they shit. But we'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and also there was the League Cup, aka the Capital One Cup semi-final second leg between Chelsea versus Liverpool. Of course, the match we started the first leg and ended 1-1. So it was the be all end all. And what a match it was! I wasn't watching the match because my sister was downstairs watching her own shit. So I blame myself for that because I could have just stayed there, stayed awake and just took the motherfucking remote and just put it there. But I had to record the full program. But I was on Twitter, I was on Facebook, I was reading everything. It was still 0-0. I was watching a lot of vines of highlights, 6-second highlights of some epic moments from the match. And damn, man, it's all I can say. There were a lot of shots that were close. Middle net and Courtois come in. But yeah, it was one hell of a semi-final. Second leg between Chelsea and Liverpool, like really best 0-0 match ever until Ivanovic actually scored the winning goal in the first half of extra time. So Chelsea are on the way to the final, are on the way to Wembley. The first time they've been to Wembley in a final since in 3 years. They won the FA Cup in the 2011-12 season, and it's also the first time they are in a final of a cup competition since 2013 when they were in the Europa League final, which they won. Was it against Benfica? I think it was against Benfica. So yeah, that's about it. Still, congratulations to Chelsea, Jose Mourinho and Co. Of course, Jose Mourinho, when he was first managing Chelsea, when he first came in, he won the League Cup. So in his first season, so Chelsea are the league leaders, so they might actually do a double here. We just have to wait and see at the end because up next, oh, sorry about this. In an hour's time, Tottenham and Sheffield are going to be playing this second leg. Tottenham are still trailing by 1 goal, but Sheffield can still win, still can go to the final. No, I don't know. If only Bradford was there, then definitely it'll be an easy match for Bradford. But if Tottenham actually wins, I actually reckon Tottenham winning it, winning the League Cup. They defeated Chelsea 5-3. Okay, if anyone still remembers that game, 5-3. I don't know what happened in that match. I thought Chelsea were gonna win that shit, but 5-3 Tottenham. Like man, that was so. But anything can happen. I don't see a 5-3 happening again. I don't see that shit happening. But it's gonna be a really tight match if Tottenham. But I still think it's gonna be Chelsea versus Tottenham in the final in March. So can't wait for that shit. Uh oh yeah. So that's about it. the League Cup semifinals. Our African Cup of Nations is on now. Cameroon versus Ivory Coast. I'm not sure who's the top leaders or who are the group leaders or whatever the fuck. But and African Cup of Nations, I don't even know. But I actually think Algeria is going to win the tournament because they had a really good World Cup. They've been really good in the African Cup of Nations. But I don't know, man. I just don't know. I think any team can win it. Remember, Burkina Faso went to the final in 2013. So that's all I can say. They went to the final in 2013. Of course, they got beat by Nigeria, but Nigeria they didn't qualify, and they were the holders of the African Cup of Nations. So it just doesn't matter if you are the holders of the African Cup of Nations or the Euros or the Asia Cup. If you do not qualify for the tournament, you're out, and any team can win the trophy. So that's the thing. Unless you're the host of the tournament, then you're automatically in because that's the name of the game. So that's blessed, especially for Equatorial Guinea's part. They lost. I think the tournament was supposed to be held in Morocco, and Morocco actually held the FIFA Club World Cup, which Real Madrid went there and won. And of course Morocco was like, we ain't gonna be hosting the African Cup of Nations because of Ebola, because of risk of Ebola spread. They didn't want that shit. And so Equatorial Guinea won the rights to host the event for 2015, and I was watching the halftime show of them leading up to the matches against Equatorial Guinea, and I don't know who were in the group. They were showing them, the players and the staff and everybody going through the airports, and people are just scanning them if they actually got, some kind of disease or Ebola. So but still. For Equatorial Guinea, they're gonna get money off this, and I think they actually do need the money. So Morocco, as big and glitzy as the country is, I think it's a really tough loss for Morocco. But hey, I think it's next time for them. I think they will actually host the African Cup of Nations soon later. Remember, the African Cup of Nations is every 2 years. It's not like the Euros where it's every 4 years. It's not like the World Cup where it's every 4 years. It's every 2 years. So that is actually a good thing. So we'll just have to wait and see Morocco actually win it. But still, I don't know who's gonna win it. Ivory Coast can win it. Ghana can win it. Algeria can win it. Burkina Faso can win it. Equatorial Guinea can win it. I don't know who's going to win the African Cup of Nations. They're all big teams, but watching the tournament so far, even these big teams like Ivory Coast and Ghana and Algeria, they can lose. They can still lose, and the top players can still be shit. Okay, Wilfred Boney, who signed a 28 million, was it 25? Somewhere there, man, a 25 million pound or 28 million pound contract for Manchester City during the January window. You know, he's gonna be playing alongside other strikers, J.Cole, Aguero, and Jovetic. So of course, Wilfred Boney needs to turn up in this tournament for him to show his fucking value. But he is playing alongside Yaya Toure, who plays for Manchester City. So I think that for sure will be like, okay, I know Yaya Toure, so we can link up. Fuck that. He ain't gonna be there playing every now and then. So if you're a player who just joined a big club, you need to turn up in this tournament because they are watching you. And Wilfred Boney has been faltering in this tournament so far. Ivory Coast and Co has been faltering so far. So that's all I can say. Like I think they drew against Guinea. Yeah, they drew against Guinea last week. Guinea, for fuck's sake, 1-1. Guinea. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. They drew against Guinea 1-1 last week. That's some bullshit because I suspected Ivory Coast to actually win the first match. I think they actually um I don't know. I ain't bothered to look up the result, but they actually drew in Guinea, and now they're in a faulty position where they can actually be knocked out. But of course, that's good news for Manchester City because they will get Yaya Toure and Wilfred Boney back. Wilfred Boney can now at least play alongside Aguero, and he can at least get the playing time he needs, and and fucking analyze how we can link up with the Aguero, throughout the season, and make sure Manchester City can fight for the Barclays Premier League against Chelsea, because it's a really tight two-team race. We just see, well, Chelsea and Manchester City will meet each other this weekend. It's going to be a big match. It's really going to be the turning point of the season, especially because we are now in the second half of the season, and nearing the end of January. So that's really going to be a turnaround. Whoever wins that match will surely take the Barclays Premier League. But it's just like a 3 point margin, and I think if any team wins, it's gonna be like a Chelsea win. It's gonna be a 6 point margin. If Manchester win, they possibly gonna go on top of the 2 point margin. So it's gonna be close. Of course, one of these guys are gonna fuck up. Okay, Chelsea, and they were gonna be on an invisible one, but they lost. They lost to fucking Tottenham 5-3. Manchester City lost against Arsenal. Arsenal, they lost against Arsenal. So anything can happen this season. Southampton are in the top four. Manchester United are actually back in the top four. But it's gonna be a hard fucking fight for Manchester United to get out of that top four and get top three, because top three is automatic. It's it's automatic. It's a UEFA Champions League automatic spot. Because if you actually get top four, you need to go play in the playoff round, which is bullshit. It's 2 legs to playoff. Before the season, it's gonna be faulty. But if we get Champions League football, I'm down with that shit. I'm down for Manchester United getting that shit. Okay. And especially because now Liverpool and Arsenal are now winning the games, now getting the 3 points. They're now coming back to get that top four spot back, or at least the top three. So I just hope Manchester United don't flop against Leicester, and Leicester don't fucking beat us 5-2, whatever fuck. Okay, so I hope we learned our lesson in that match. I hope for Cow fucking scores, because I've seen him as of late, and I actually think it's a very good decision for Louis van Gaal not to buy him in the summer, because he's not the Falcao that I used to know, that I used to watch him play, especially in Atletico Madrid, because that's when I first saw Falcao. That's when I first saw Falcao. That was the first time I seen him. I think he was playing for River Plate at the time. But I didn't watch him until I saw him until Atletico Madrid, and everyone remembers that match against Chelsea in the UEFA Super Cup. He scored a fucking hat trick in that match, 3 beautiful goals. Okay, and then he went to AS Monaco and he wasn't playing that well. So I don't know what the hell, but of course he had injuries, and of course later on he had a knee injury that took him out for the rest of the season. That took him out of the World Cup, and of course he got loaned to Manchester United in the deadline day of the transfer window, £6 million, and an additional £43 million to make it permanent. I was like, well, we can buy him permanently in the summer. This is fucking for cow. This is the world's greatest goal scorer, one of the world's greatest goal scorers. He hasn't, and as soon as he was playing there, I think he scored about 3 goals now. Man, he had a lot of chances, but I think this is the Barclays Premier League. It's much more different than La Liga. It's much more different than Liga. But I think for him, he really has to step his game. By now, he should have been scoring fucking hat tricks and shit. By now, you know. But anyway, this the transfer window here. It's gonna be ending on some I think 3 days, whatever. Man, I think it's something in February. Monday, I think. Yeah, it's ending on Monday. Manchester United ain't gonna buy no one. The only person we bought was Victor Valdez. So Victor Valdez, of course, is a world class. Played for Barcelona, won bare trophies with them, bare trophies. You know, met Manchester United twice in the Champions League final, so he knows how to fuck. So I hope he actually gets playing time. De Gea, we ain't saying Manchester United ain't saying De Gea. He's staying until he retires. Van der Sar age, then we can sell him to someone else. Okay, but damn, if man, I hope Manchester United actually get that top four. Southampton though, Ronald Koeman. I'm give much respect to him, man. He really, I think the Southampton exodus was the best thing that happened to Southampton in years, because now Ronald Koeman, You know, I'm not sure how he did in the Eredivisie, but because I haven't been watching the Eredivisie, I don't have Sky Sports 5, which is a bad fucking thing. But he won the Eredivisie with AZ Alkmaar, so he knows his play. He knows how to play. He knows how to win and everything. And I think the players he brought in from Pele, Mane. Well, was Mane in Southampton? I don't think Mane was in Southampton. Alderweireld, all these players that he brought in, Foster, and now they're in the top four. And I didn't even suspect that Southampton were gonna be in the top four, but because they were playing so well this season, man, it's gonna be hard, man. It's really gonna be hard. But that's about it from footy for football. Of course, I ain't making any transfer news stories anymore, videos that I did back in the day, because there's a lot of time wasting, and I ain't bothered with that shit. So of course, if something big happens, I will just say here in the podcast every week or every now and then, because sometimes I ain't on that, you know, on that level with the podcast game. But that's about it with football. With football. Okay, up next, I'm a go real deep on an issue that has been storming the news as of late. Um, Teachers having sex with students. I've been talking about this in the past few episodes, but now I'm just gonna have my thoughts on this. Okay, think enough is enough. Teachers, yeah, especially the women teachers, should stop undressing for these youngsters. They want you to teach them about knowledge. You don't need pussy to teach them. You can teach me with that pussy. You can teach me what's one plus one with that pussy. Me, not them. And all of these teachers are hard as hell. But I'm gonna talk more about this later on.
Hey
Shit.
guys, look at my girlfriend.
I'm your cousin.
Just go.
Oh shit. So now let us get out to the matter at hand. These stories coming out left, right, center since Bill Cosby and his rape allegations from 35 different women, possibly more to come. There have been a lot of news of teachers having sex with students. Teachers having sex with students, or in specific, female teachers having sex with male students. I don't know what the fuck that is. Of course, before I stated all that, well, that where were the hot teachers in my heyday? I deserve to get some dick, but I was the respective kind. I wouldn't have sex with Beyonce. Why? I respect it too much. I respect the pussy too much. It's Jay-Z's, okay? Blue Ivy came out of that vagina. I don't want brown sugar to come out of that vagina, and it's mine. I hope not. Otherwise, Jay Z would kill him, motherfucker, and then would diss me, and it'll put like Renegade Part 2. But yeah, these teachers having sex. I don't know what the hell, man. What is the intention of actually having sex with these students? Do they want some young dick? That's fine then. Why don't you actually go and have sex with a 21 or 22-year-old mother guy? Like, I understand this is high school. This is every high school's guy's dream. I want to have sex with an hot ass teacher. I see her every day wearing the short ass skirts. She wants to get fucked. But it's not even them. They don't even go to these teachers. They come to them. Like, oh shit. That's like, oh, I want you to have sex, with me. It's like, they're so fun. I don't even know if it's a scheme for them to get out of the class, for them, not even the class, the school, if they want to get out of the school and shit like that. And it's like, they just tell them, oh, let's have sex right now, right here. Oh, no. If that shit happen to me, I'll be like, oh hell no, I ain't gonna fuck you on the desk. This is school. Shit is gonna go around. I want to do it privately. Why don't you come over to my house or I come over to yours and then we could bang the fuck up? That's it. That's fine. But in this case, there were two female teachers that were having like some kind of party with a few male students on a fucking beach. And the next week, or then part two, it happened again, but with a different set of male students until one dumb motherfucker, or a set of dumb motherfuckers are like, oh, I'm gonna tell this to the police. Or possibly snitch on them, told motherfuckers there, and be like, hey, these teachers are fucking me and shit. I was like, oh, these teachers, they didn't fuck me, so I'm gonna snitch them. And of course, they got arrested. Man, these dumb motherfuckers. Don't you actually try to keep your motherfucking mouth shut? Now, I don't understand. If a teacher fucked you, like really, she put her ass inside. You enjoyed that shit. You won't tell no one, of course. Of course, you would tell only your close friends. But I would keep that shit secretly. I would tell my real niggas out there. I would tell my best friends, my niggas, like, oh, hey, this teacher of mine at college. Her name is Arena Sheikh. It's a hard ass teacher. It's like she was I'm and shit. So and I was just talking to her about a few problems here and there about some courses and be like, hey, and all that shit. And then after that, me and her, uh, I was there sitting at the park alone, and then she actually saw me. She came down, she sat next to me just talking, and then after that, it just turned, the real heat was on. She was touching my legs and everything. And she was kissing me on my motherfucking neck. I was like, oh shit. And then she gave me a number, and then she texted me where she lived, and I went over to the place and I banged her and shit like that. It was like, I would tell my new this that, oh shit, that happened. I wouldn't take any pictures. That's it. I wouldn't take any motherfucking pictures because she's a teacher. And she's getting paid by this car. And if she gets arrested, that shit is gonna be on a motherfucking resume. She puts a CV out. Oh, you had sex with students. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. And the thing is, this is happening in America. I'm not sure if this is happening in the UK. I'm not sure if this is happening anywhere in the world, but this is surely in America because from what I'm reading, it's all in America. From American websites, Huffington Post, Complex. I went on Facebook and I saw Complex reporting this motherfucking shit. I didn't see anything on UKMSN. I didn't see anything on Metro. But even though I do not actually read the Metro newspaper, but I've seen the shit on Facebook, and and I saw a Facebook post by Complex magazine, which is a United States of American newspaper, a magazine outlet. So that's all in America. Anything here in UK doesn't actually happen in the UK. I don't even know. Only big thing that happened with a teacher and a student sexual relationship happened. But I think it was 2 years or last year. With this girl was in inverted commas supposed to be, that's a lot of words to be in inverted commas, but was supposed to be kidnapped, inverted commas, kidnapped. But actually, she was in a relationship with this teacher of her who was like teaching her some kind of fucking, I think it was a French teacher or something like that. She was actually having a relationship with this teacher, and both of them actually said, we love each other. This fucking bitch is 14 or 15 years old. By now she's supposed to be 17. I don't know. This teacher, of course, was like 30 years old. I'm like, what? How the hell what drugs did he put you on for you to declare your love for this guy? And both of these motherfuckers actually went to Paris. So, of course, the parents were wild, and I was like, where the fuck is she? She pronounced kidnapped. I was like, oh shit. Until I read they found her in Paris there, you know, they found her in Paris, and of course the teacher got arrested. But then of course the student was like, I'm grateful that I'm here. She actually felt like, oh, this motherfucker did actually kidnap me, but she did actually say like they were actually in love with each other, like they were in love, like she felt the motherfucking love. I don't know what drug she was on. I don't know what fucking weed was that shit. I don't know if she was on LSD, cocaine, heroin. I'm in love with the coco. I don't know what the fuck she was on, but that was only the big one. They came out of here in the UK. Of course, man, I think she's gonna get bullied and shit like that. It's like, oh, where's the teacher now and everything. But still about this. My issue with this, fine, I can get to my issue. This, I don't know if it's gonna. I know it's not gonna stop because I know next week I'm gonna go on Facebook. I'm gonna go on Twitter and I'm gonna see something there. A teacher got arrested for having sex with a student. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop. That's all I can say. Like racism, it's never gonna stop. These teachers just want some young dick. All I can say is these students better shut the fuck up. Don't snitch on these teachers. Especially these teachers are hot ass teachers. I seen them mark shots. Hot ass. Hot ass teachers that I deserve to have sex with. Real talk. I deserve to have sex with these teachers. But of course, I can't actually get their pussies. My man Zip says that, oh, it's never gonna happen. Motherfucker, you see what's happening in America right now? Dozens of students are having sex with hot ass teachers, and these teachers are getting arrested. Your ass ain't getting no teach pussy. I'm supposed to get that shit. But of course, they live in the USA. I live in the UK. We have that long fucking border wall. I gotta pay thousands. I gotta pay tens of pounds just to call America. Okay, I don't even know any American teachers that want to fuck a young black nigga like me. 10 inches gone wide. 10 inches need feeding time. That's all I ask for. That's all I need. You know. But it's life, I guess. But at least these high school guys will for surely will be like, hey, that was one hell of a ride. That pussy was good. That pussy was good. Man, if a story comes, I would just put it out on the podcast. But I ain't gonna rant about this. From the page three motherfuckers who are trying to ban page three, they fell on these teachers. God bless them. But fuck these snitches and fuck these other guys who are snitching on these teachers who are just telling everyone, oh, I have sex with a teacher. Man, you should read the news and you should read about this shit because man, these teachers, you know, free them teachers. Free them teachers. They deserve more. They deserve to be free. Cause they're innocent. Okay? This shit they call it sexual harassment. How is it sexual harassment? These motherfuckers, male students, I bet they were like 18 and shit. I bet one motherfucker looked like 18. Tall hedge motherfucker, he's like 15 years old. Sexual harassment. Why here's Tiger having sex with I think it was Kendall. It's not actually. Yeah, it's not actually Kylie. It's not Kendall. Kendall is my babe, but it's actually Kylie Jenner. Look at the situation that is happening with Kylie Jenner and Tiger. No one is saying shit. No one is saying shit. No one is saying anything. But I know for sure these two motherfuckers are having sex behind back doors. Even though it's actually considered illegal for Tiger, who's like 23 years old, to have sex with Kylie, who's fucking 16 or 17. I think she's 17 by now. Of course, in the early months or speculate in the early speculations that they were actually going out together, they'll be like, oh, we're just friends. Oh hell no, nigga, I know you've been tapping that ass in the back. Of course, none of his squad ain't gonna say shit. Of course, yeah, none of his his people from his side are gonna say shit until something fucking fucked up happens. Be like, oh, he betrayed me. I'm gonna tell the truth. Yep, they have been fucking behind closed doors. Of course, Tiger's just waiting for Kylie. Gonna call her Kendall because I'm seeing a beautiful ass face here. But he's gonna wait until Kylie is 18 years old. Okay. He's gonna wait until she's 18 years old. He's gonna tap the shit out of it. He's gonna reveal to the world, yes, yeah, of course he ain't gonna snitch himself. Yes, we have been fucking, but possibly he's gonna say we've been a lot. But I know for sure they've been having sex. And this fucking rumor of Kylie being pregnant is stupid as fuck. I don't know who put out that shit, but the celebrities, they can't take anything seriously. If Arnold Schwarzenegger shit in his bed, that'll be the cover story on any celebrity news website, to be honest. So that is the thing with these fucking age gaps. If students want to fuck teachers, go ahead. It's every high school guy's dream. Any guy in high school actually want to fuck our teacher. Or if you're watching American Pie, you wanna do that shit. You know, I wanna fuck my friends' hot moms. I don't even know how all of them look like because I haven't seen all of them. But shit, if my friend's mom is hard, I'm go for that pussy. So you came out of that shit, I'ma be your stepdad. Don't snitch.
Play that back, bruh.
Oh, so now this is the portion of the show when I go ahead and review on the trailer, and I guess the news broke out this past week. A big ass trailer finally has been revealed on the reboot or the rebootion of the Fantastic Four film that is gonna come out in August near the summer's end as the reboot of the Fantastic Four. And so anybody who has seen the three films, and yes, I said three, and to my discovery, I thought it was just two films, but it was actually three. There was the 1994 version of the Fantastic Four, and it's pretty shitty. So I'll actually put a link in my description. Like, there's the 1994 trailer, and also a link to the new trailer for the Fantastic Four, and it's going to star four new members of the Fantastic Four. So because Chris Evans is now Captain America, so he's a new superhero. I'm not sure what Jessica Alba and the other guys are doing at the moment. So basically, the it's gonna star Miles Teller. From is it Divergent or Divergent? I don't know. I don't know how you say it. An awkward moment. He's gonna play Mr. Fantastic. Kate Mauer, who is best known from the movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp and also 127 Hours. There's actually another movie that she was in that I watched, but I forgot the name. She's going to be playing Sue Storm. Michael B. Jordan, the new Human Torch. Of course, movies that you possibly recognize him from. Is also he was starring alongside Miles Teller and Zac Efron in Awkward Moments, and also the first time I saw him was a superhero movie called Chronicle. It's not the, but it's just called Chronicle. That was a sick ass movie. Shout out to Derek. Watched the movie with him. That movie was fucking awesome. And also Jamie Bell from Snowpiercer, King Kong 2005 version, and Jumper, who's gonna be playing the Thing. And of course, leading to the Fantastic Four news, it was announced that of course it's a reboot, so it's gonna be new cast members. But also the one thing that shook, that really shook the masses was of course the Human Torch, Johnny Storm. Who's gonna play him? Michael B. Jordan. A black guy was actually gonna play Human Torch. It caused outrage. For me, I was jumping in my bed like, oh hell yes, finally. Finally, Barack Obama, first black president. Now we can actually have a black person having the power of fire. Like, god damn. And I think this is a really huge step for Michael B. Jordan. I just saw the trailer and I think it's actually awesome. But the only concern that I have about this Fantastic Four film is it's just going to seem as a drama. As I said in the beginning of this podcast, I just think it's going to be about 90% drama and 10% action. Possibly, possibly the movie's gonna have like about few action films, but definitely at the end when they get the inverted commas answers, they're possibly gonna use the powers there. So of course we just have to wait and see how the movie is. Many people in the comment section where the movie clips trailers, I think I watched it on. Many people there were just shitting on the on the Fantastic Four. I hope they suck at it. All I can say is this movie is made by the makers of X-Men Days of Future Past. And you know how much money that fucking movie rated. You know how good the movie is anyway overall. So I think the guys who made the Days of Future Past would definitely you know we'll see their magic in this film when it comes out in August. Definitely Fantastic Four has my ticket. Of course, this weekend on Saturday, I'm gonna go to the cinema to watch Kingsman, the Secret Service, um, with my friend Paul. It's gonna be a nice movie. Of course I stated it a few times. I think it was episode 16, 15. It's gonna be a beast ass movie. So of course I will give a review about that in the next podcast. Just hope I make fucking notes and shit like that. But it's gonna be a new film. Of course, it's a nice twist of James Bond. You know, Samuel L. Jackson is in there, and also Colin Firth. It's gonna be a nice film. So you know, it's exposing to. But still, going on with Fantastic Four here. Um, I'm fine with the cast. I'm fine with Human Torch. It's just that the thing is, Johnny Storm is black, Sue Storm is white. So how the fuck are they actually gonna explain that? In my head, because you know Jessica Alba and Chris Evans did play Johnny Storm and Sue Storm in the 2000, you know, Fantastic Four, on the 2000s Fantastic Four, not 1994, because I ain't gonna bother watching that shit. But they play that and they both won. I ain't being racist here, but still, all I can say is possibly Michael B. Jordan was adopted, or the Human Torch in the reboot of Fantastic Four, the Johnny Storm was possibly adopted. They can go with that storyline, okay? You know, and then possibly that's how he was called Johnny something, the Johnny Manziel for all I fucking know. You know, and possibly he was in a home, he was in a foster home, and you know, new parents came there, took him, and then adopted him, and then of course there's who we'll possibly see a backstory. We'll possibly hear an explanation of how the fuck are they actually. Because they are siblings, but how? You know, because if the mother is black and the father is white, or vice versa, man, they, they're gonna. They're supposed to be light skinned. They're supposed to be Drake, motherfucker. They're supposed to be J.Cole, motherfucker. You know, but one is white, one is black. So I think definitely Michael B. Jordan's Human Torch, Johnny Storm, was definitely, you know, adopted, and you know he's possibly his name was like Johnny Manziel. Of course, that's why they taken a different approach. It's not going to be the same as the 2000s. You know, though the Chris Evans Fantastic Four, the Jessica Alba Fantastic Four, it's not going to be different. Because here, especially after they go to space and then the meteorites destroy them and shit like that, we're gonna see the development of the powers, you know, in a different kind of way. While instead here, we actually see where they actually got the powers that move. Oh, and then, you know, Chris Evans was there as Human Torch was like riding his bike and trying to do a trick and shit like that, and it didn't work out. But we're actually going to see them develop the powers, and actually they actually want to know answers of how they actually get the powers, which is like what the fuck. So by the looks of the trailer, I think we're definitely going to see that 90% of drama and 10% of 10% of action scenes inside that shit. So I hope the movie doesn't actually bomb. I'm not even sure if it's gonna go for a sequel, but who knows? I'm not even sure what comic book is this based on. But all I know is comic books as well. They also have reboots of comic books. Like, you know, possibly 20 years later, they decided to reboot on a particular series, or they want to rewrite a classic of a comic book so that it can fit into the modern era. So I'm not sure if there's a comic book where Human Torch is black, or you know it's an original script. They're taking the same shit from the past Fantastic Four movies and comics, but of course they're just putting a little extra twist with Michael B. Jordan playing as a black Human Torch. Spider Man is a new Spider Man. It's fucking, you know, half, right? He's a black Spider Man, you know. I don't even know if a Black Spider-Man is ever going to be made, because there's conflict between Fox right now, and people didn't actually like the Amazing Spider-Man and shit. Even though Peter Parker is dead in the comic world, but who knows? Who knows? But still, 2015 is still gonna be a beast ass year. I was watching a few trailers here and shit of movies that weren't actually mentioned in the list of movies that are coming out in 2015. So I'm really excited about, and it's gonna. And I already watched Taken 3. I really watched Take It 3, you know. It was a nice start to the new year. It was a nice start to 2015 for movies, and I'm gonna keep on rolling with the Kingsman, the Secret Service, and you know, come on, roll on August, and especially the summer is gonna be big as well, because the Avengers, Age of Ultron is coming out then, and then fucking Fantastic Four is coming out in August. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. You gotta get my 11 pounds worth off of that motherfucking movie and shit. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it of the show, I guess. So I hope you guys actually enjoy the show. Of course, there's no ask, sadly, because I don't actually have the newspaper here, but it's possibly gonna be back. Uh, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can. The link is down below. You can follow me at am I am not Litargo. And Christian Eriksen just scored the first goal of the second leg. Tottenham versus Sheffield United, 2-0 on aggregate. That's about it right there. Tottenham are definitely gonna win the fucking League Cup. Oh, he scored from a free kick. So cheeks. Oh shit. He's so beast with the free kicks, bro. Woo-wee. Goalkeeper didn't even see that coming. Wow, that's awesome right there. That is awesome. But yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. I am not Litargo. Link in the description below. You can follow me on Instagram, Litargo Dreams, all in small caps. You can friend me if you want to on Facebook, Sexman Sex Toy. I also have a Tumblr, Darth Vader Nemesis, and no Snapchat because I don't fuck with that. Of course, this is the Marsh Show, episode 16. See you next week, episode 17, where possibly I'm going to talk about possibly there's going to be news of another teacher having sex with students. But as of now, I am out because I really want to enjoy this match, and I have to bust the nut. Yeah, free my teachers, man. Free my teachers. You know, POP, hold it down.